Good morning, and this time from Lake Atitlán. Let me, while we're enjoying our breakfast, talk you through our travel adventures so far. My name is Elizabeth, and me and my cousin always had the dream of traveling together. And last March we did. We packed our backpacks and got on an airplane to Guatemala. Our trip started in Antigua, from where we traveled to El Paredón and now Lake Atitlán. Next will be Xela, Lanquin, Flores and our last destination, Rio Dulce. But first, Lake Atitlán. It took us around 4 hours to get from El Paredón to Panayagel, the place along the lake where we booked our hostel. And after a good night of sleep, it's now time to go and explore Lake Atitlán. Walking towards the boat, we already crossed some wonderful wall paintings, which turns out to be one of many others. And there it is, the lake. When we arrived, it was quite foggy, as you can see, and we heard that that's most time the case, but I actually liked the mysterious vibe of it. Then it was time for one of my favorite things to do, getting on a boat. And because all of the villages lay around the lake, the locals also use these boats, which makes that the boat functions like a sort of a bus, which stops at several different places. So the boat trip is already a sightseeing on its own. Around 30 minutes later, we arrived at our planned stop, San Juan. And what a wonderful place this was. And I really can't get enough of these mountain views. Time to see what San Juan looks like. After some souvenir shops, we approached these musicians. Then we arrived at this lovely street with all the hanging umbrellas. And yes, I loved it. It made everything so colorful. But this was only the beginning of all the colors of San Juan, as there were throughout this place so many amazing artworks, both hanging in the air as well as a lot of stunning wall paintings. Besides enjoying all the beautiful art, we also visited some local shops. And then we arrived in a street which was just unbelievable. So cozy and really beautiful. Walking here and in San Juan in general really felt like an open air museum with artworks to admire for free everywhere. And I couldn't help but smiling the whole time as I was really enjoying it.
Ja joh.
And yes, the beauty kept on coming. There was so much to see in this street that we took quite some time to take everything in. are we, Elisa?
We are in the most colorful street of San Juan.
San Juan, and that's
freshly painted.
Yes, Lake Atitlán. Boom, boom. After enjoying all the artworks for a while, we went looking for a local art shop which friends of us had mentioned. And as you can see, we found it. We both bought a nice painting and then we went back to the Umbrella Street to find a spot where we could have a snack, which turned out to be this cute spot with a wonderful view. And these nachos with guacamole were simple but delicious. As we finished the nachos, we decided to catch a tuk-tuk and head to another village called San Pedro. And here there were yet more beautiful wall paintings. But it was also less touristic, which I liked. Wandering around a bit, we got treated with these kind of views of the lake, which I of course needed to document. But the dog didn't feel really stable. But the views are worth it, I guess. Yeah, he is moving, Elisa. This thing is moving. Oh. And this beautiful quiet spot turned out to be right next to the main street of San Pedro, which was again beautifully decorated. Look how much detail these artworks have. And then on some moments there was just a gap between the buildings, which gave those nice see-throughs. Having enjoyed walking around both the villages, we went back to the lakeside and took a boat back to our hostel in Paredón. We liked San Juan and San Pedro a lot, but it must be said that these places aren't super big. So just so you know, when you are visiting Lake Atitlán, you don't need a couple of days to see everything. Although you can of course also choose to just chill here for some days, as the vibe is really nice. I really can't get enough of these views. As the staff at our hostel had mentioned, the strengthening winds in the afternoon can make the water a bit rougher. And although you cannot really tell while looking at the water, we did feel while sitting in the boat that the water had become rougher. So our way back to the hostel was quite a bumpy ride. I, however, still enjoyed it. And there we were again at our home base. And just a short walk later, we encountered our hostel again, which is, as you can see, really nice. Let me give you a little tour of the hostel. We just passed the big pool and there are lots of chill areas and a nice room where you can cook your own meals. Oh, and by the way, let's count the dogs. There are so many throughout this hostel and they're most of the time just chilling. In this area you find a lot of the rooms and dorms. And what I especially love is how green this hostel is, which makes it very cozy. And yet another sleeping dog. Let me know down in the comments how many dogs you have counted during this whole video. And one more. And with this last chilling dog, we've come to the end of this video. In the next video, we're visiting Xela, and I can already say that's going to be a bumpy ride.
Oh my god.
Yep, so be sure to not miss that video. Thank you all for watching, and if you've liked this video, please give the thumbs up and follow my channel. Then I'll say see you in the next one. Bye bye.